Okay, Jon Levy here on the range with Nick Clearwater. And today we're talking about an interesting subject. We could even call it a provoking subject in golf, and that is the worst advice that your buddies are giving you, and sometimes it's golf instructors too. So Nick, this is prevalent in the game, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, a lot of your friends, when you mishit a shot, don't always know what to say. So they run to whatever dogmatic thing they've heard on TV.
After making fun of you, of course.
Yes, of course. So yes, they mock you incessantly, then begin to tell you that they have all the answers for you. So that happens all the time. Every weekend, a golfer has a friend who's going to solve all their golf problems just with one little quick tip.
What would be an example of this?
Yeah, so one example would be when someone mishits a ball, oftentimes their friends will tell them they need to swing slower or just don't swing so fast, your tempo was too quick, all sorts of variations in verbiage for that. And one way they tell them to slow their swing down is on the backswing to not turn very much, including keeping your back knee or your trail knee, your right knee for you and I to play golf. They tell them to keep that bent just like they did at address throughout their whole swing. Yeah, when you scrutinize that sort of ideology under measurement, you'll find very quickly that there are 0 PGA Tour players that actually do that. So nothing could be worse than being told to do something that nobody does.
Okay, so if I'm at home, I'm watching this going, okay, sounds great. I don't know what fact versus fiction is.
Sure.
What would you say to them?
Right. Well, at GOLFTEC, we measure everyone's swing. We've also got our tour player database. Both of those will tell you that golfers turn their hips in the backswing. And every golfer that we've measured their right knee flex with has straightened it to some degree in the backswing. So I don't know what else you could really tell somebody. That's just how it is.
Proven bona fide facts.
Yes, if you've never measured anyone, and a lot of broadcasters who are on TV and big influences for weekend golfers have never stood foot on a lesson tee, have never seen a golfer actually measured with a very cool 3D system like what we use all the time. And because of that, they're left to use their opinion and explain golf to you in that manner. And we feel like that is the most incorrect and horrible way to try to get better at the game.
And you know, you bring up a very interesting point, because for years and years, this game has evolved. There's been a lot of long-standing myths out there. And so through our Swing True Motion study, we've actually disproven a lot of these.
That's the point, really, of the study, is to show what real golfers do and what separates someone with a very high handicap and some of the best golfers. That's what Swing True is.
Okay, Nick, so if I'm at home, I'm thinking about hitting balls this weekend, and I want to know what fact versus fiction is. I don't even know where to start. Let's go back to that example that you talked about. What would you say?
Sure. So just in that one example, this doesn't mean it is your problem, but obviously this is a bad piece of information that you might have been given. If you're afraid that this is something you've been told to do and your game is not coming out quite how you want to, you hit a lot of slices or have a problem with distance, this might be a good part for you to think about and understand. So the next time you go out and practice, as you make a backswing, try to straighten your leg almost all the way. And if that is part of your problem, you'll start to see shots that will tend to draw more, go higher in the air, shots that could potentially go farther. That would be your best trial and error piece of advice. The best way really is to get your swing measured and recognize if that is something that you need to improve.
So it's the old, the proof is in the pudding adage.
Exactly, you got it.
Swing better, play better. GOLFTEC.